Yeah. From Yankee Stadium in New York, it is Stratomatic 1986 New York Yankee baseball. From Yankee Stadium, it's the New York Yankees playing host to the Cleveland Indians. Hello, everybody. Your STM is here for another SOM 1986 AL replay here between the Yanks and the first place, you heard it right, the first place Cleveland Indians. Wow, how things have changed so far. These 86 Indians have been playing extremely well. We're going to show you how well in a moment. We'll show you the pregame numbers I get each and every game, and then we'll be able to kind of preview the game one today. So give me 1 second as I load it up. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it together, and then we'll get this started. Let's take a look at the pregame numbers. I'm going to show that on the screen. This is the Cleveland Indians. They are 10-3 on the year, taking on the Yankees, who are 6-8. The Indians come in at 10-3, first place in the East. Yankees are fifth place. They're 6-8. The Indians are 3-2 on the road. Yankees are 2-4 at home. Left-handed pitchers on the mound. The Yankees are 3-2 versus lefties. The Indians are 3-2 versus lefties. Yankees are 1-3. This is a battle of lefties. Neal, Heaton, and Ron Guidry. This game is brought to you by WABC, your Yankee radio home, as tonight's game is officially a radio broadcast. This is game one of a 4-game series. As you see, we'll be back on PIX on Friday night and then back here on Sunday afternoon. As you see, hitting streaks wise, Ken Griffey has a 10-game hitting streak for the New York Yankees, while Joe Carter has 11-game hitting streak for the Cleveland Indians. As you see, who's hot in the American League and who's not. Don Mattingly is hot for the Yanks, and so is Andre Thornton. And who is not? That would be Mike Pagliarulo, struggling with the bat. 2 for 26, hitting .77. So we welcome you to Yankee Stadium in New York, as we'll bring you tonight's game here on WABC. Let's bring you right now down to the Yankee Stadium field for pregame ceremonies. Here is your Yankee defense, and this is going to be a right-handed lineup against the left-handed pitching. It's going to be Renicky, Catto, and Winfield. Berra, Meacham, Randolph, Mattingly. Hassey behind the plate this time with Ron Guidry on the mound. Guidry 1-1, a 4.82 ERA, 20 hits in 19 innings, 7 walks and 12 strikeouts. In our What Have You Done For Me Lately department, let's take a look at Ron Guidry's last start. His last start was a no decision back on the 19th of this month. He went 7 innings, gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Something tells me that was the game in Milwaukee where Guidry probably had the lead, and then Righetti probably blew the save. Here's your Indian lineup. They have a young nucleus of ball club. Britt Butler in center, Julio Franco at short, Joe Carter in left, Andre Thornton's your DH, Brooke Jacoby at third, Pat Tabler at first, Carmen Castillo in right, Tony Bernsard at second, and Andy Allenson is behind the plate. Here comes Britt Butler. He's going to start things off for the Indians. Butler hitting .300, a double, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 RBIs, has added 3 stolen bases. Guidry, the left-hander, waits. Butler, the left-hander, waits in the box. Are we set for baseball? We are. Guidry, first pitch. 6-9 base hit right field. So Brett Butler is on with the Indians, a leadoff base hit. And now here's Julio Franco. Franco hitting 327, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 stolen bases. Franco, big right-handed batter, youngster, good overall hitter. Again, we're playing here at the stadium here. Passy behind the plate. Out Guidry from the stretch, the left-hander. Runner on first and nobody out. See if Butler will run with the pitch. Here comes the pitch, and Butler could not get the lead. Guidry steps off to keep Butler close. Butler almost had a walking lead. He'll still be held on. Mattingly to play on him. So the hole between first and second would be open. Guidry from the stretch and pitch to Franco. And that will be a 3-6 and deep drive to left field. That's deep. Back goes Catto. Way back. Looks up. And this one is gone. Julio Franco has taken Ron Guidry deep in the seats in left field. Brett Butler scores, and Julio Franco joins him at the plate. And Joe Carter high-fives Franco. The Indians lead 2-0, and this Cleveland Indian team is yet to budge in this American League East. So the Indians start with a 2 spot here in the first. Here is Joe Carter. Carter hitting 385, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. And boy, this started off with a bang. This Yankee Stadium crowd kind of came with some kind of, they wanted to yell 20 on a Thursday night. We have 28,000 here at the stadium, and Julio Franco just quieted Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Carter, and that's going to be a 6-3 fly ball right field. Winfield to 1-6 should make the catch, and does away. So here is the designated hitter, Andre Thornton. Thornton, the batter, he's gotten his average up. He's hitting 188, 1 homer, 8 RBI, and they put him on the hot list. Interesting. So here's Hassey, puts down the sign. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Andre Thornton. 6-6, pop to first. Mattingly's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here is the third baseman, Brooke Jacoby, hitting 311. 3 homers, 9 RBIs. He's the incumbent third baseman. These Indians, like I said, are very young. Hassey sets down the sign. Guidry looks in from the windup, a pitch to Brooke Jacoby. That's a 2-5 ground ball to third. Barra's got it, goes to first, and that's the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Neal Heaton with a 2-run lead for the Indians. It's 2-0 Tribe. So now the Yankees come up. Big opportunity for the Yankees here to see if they can close some ground here in the AL East. We're almost through the month of April. Henderson hitting 305, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. He has stolen 7 bases, including 3 in his last game. Allenson sets the target. Neal Heaton on the mound. He's 0-1, 3.18 ERA, 17 hits, 11 innings. 17 hits in 11 innings. Again, we go back to our what have you done lately for Neal Heaton. His last appearance, again, was on the 19th of the month, went 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, a walk, and he actually took the loss. So the Indians did not support him offensively in his last outing. Heaton, the left-hander, looks in. Here's the pitch to Henderson. First pitch, and that is going to be a 2-8 single. No, Franco with a nice play, and there's 1 away. Here's Willie Randolph back up in the order against the lefty, hitting 240 with no homers, 5 RBIs. Randolph's going to need to start getting the average back up again. He was hitting well at the beginning of the year, and he's really kind of trailed off a little bit. Allenson sets the target. Heaton with the windup, and here's the pitch to Randolph. 4-7 ground ball to short. That is Franco. He comes up with it, does he? Yes, he does. The throw, got him. Good throw by Franco. He has a strong arm. That's 2 outs. And now here is Don Mattingly as the fans on their feet. Mattingly hitting 305, 4 homers, 11 RBIs. Boy, did he have a road trip for the Yankees. Let's give you a kind of behind-the-scenes road trip. I believe they were on the road for the last 6 or so. He went 2 for 4 in the game finale. In the previous series, he went 6 of 14. Then in the series before that, he went 5 of 14. So Mattingly's bat awoken on the road this year. So Mattingly comes in, wearing number 23 on the back. Allenson sets the target. Heaton with the windup. Here's the pitch to Donnie Baseball. And that is a line drive deep to right field. That's trouble. Butler's get it off the top of the wall. Butler will throw it in. Mattingly with a double, and he will extend his hitting streak. So Mattingly with a 2-out double continues to hit away. And now here's the right fielder, number 31, Dave Winfield. 291, 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. Allenson puts down the sign. Heaton from the stretch, runner on second, 2 out, pitch to Winfield. And that's a 2-6 ground ball to third. Jacoby's got it, goes to first, and the Yankees strand a runner at first. 1 inning of play is done, 2-0 Indians. Top of the second, Indians, Yankees here at the stadium on WABC New York. WPIX will be back with the call tomorrow night as the Yankees will play the Indians again and back again on Sunday. Pat Tabler, the batter, hitting .283. Home run, 4 RBI. We talked about it when the series was in Cleveland. Boy, he was a fantastic hitter with the bases loaded. Boy, he has some career stats he's putting together. Hassey sets the target. Ron Guidry looks in. Here's the windup, the Pat Tabler. 5-4, Cat Jack's behind the plate. Hassey throws away the mask. Let's see if he makes the play. He should. And, he dropped the ball in play. Ron Hassey dropped the ball in play, and Tabler will be on. That's an E3. And Hassey can't believe he dropped it. So Cleveland's on first with nobody out. Here's right fielder Carmen Castillo hitting .375 and 16 at-bats. Has a run batted in. So he has been a good outfielder for these Indians. Hassey sets them the target. Guidry from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Castillo as Tabler tried to get a good lead off. But Guidry steps off. With Guidry's below average ability to hold runners on, he's getting a little bit older, so his move to first isn't as strong. Hassey sets in, puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Castillo. 4-4, and that's caught by Meacham. Yes, it is. Meacham with a nice play to his left side. He just had it played perfectly. Here's the second baseman, Tony Bernsard, 1 out in the second. Bernsard hitting .319. He had a fantastic year in 1986. 2 homers, 8 RBI. So him putting together these numbers are not going to surprise you. Hassey puts down the side. Bernsard, a switch hitter, batting from the right side. Guidry from the stretch and pitched to Bernsard. 5-7, got him on strike. Slider away, tough pitch. 2 outs, and here's your catcher, Andy Allenson. He still has a hot bat for these Indians. 32 at-bats, no homers, and 3 RBIs, hitting a lofty .375. Most of these Indians over 300 in their order. Hassey puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Tabler on it first. Probably going with the pitch. The lefty deals. And that's going to be a 4-8. That's a line drive in the gap for a base hit. Tabler around second. He hits the bag well. He's going to go to third, and he'll be in there. So first and third Indians with 2 out here in the second. Here is Brett Butler. 1-for-1 singled and scored on the Franco home run. Hassey now goes out and talks to Guidry. First and third, 2 out. Hassey sets in the target. Guidry working from the stretch. 2-on-2 out the pitch. And Allenson was trying for a freebie on the steal, but unable to get it. So Cleveland being extra aggressive on the base pass tonight. Guidry working from the stretch. Tabler takes the lead in foul territory off third. The lefty deals. And they're going to try to throw for Allenson. The throw. Got it. Good throw by the catcher, Ron Hassey. What a tag by Randolph as he put it right there. He slid into it, and the out was called. So the Indians run themselves out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left. At the end of an inning and a half, it's 2-0 Indians. So for the Yankees, Gary Renicky, followed by Henry Catto and Dale Barra. This is where Lou Pudell kind of sticks a little bit stubbornly to his right-handed hitting lineup, while the left-handed hitting lineup really looked good in their road trip wins in Kansas City, where they swept the Royals and where they played the Brewers. Allenson puts down the sign. Heaton from the big windup and deals to Renicky. Renicky on a 6-7 and walked him. Renicky came in hitting 273. So Renicky's been finding ways of getting on base. Runner on first and nobody out. Heaton little below average on the hold. Allenson little below average on the arm going to second. So the Yankees, if they had a good base runner, can get some running time. Let's see what Gary Renicky's ability to take second base. Can he get the lead if he wants? He can, but he gets picky too. So Renicky will take a lead off. We'll see if he can choose his spot. Catto hitting 333, a homer and 3 RBIs, 15 at bats. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Catto. And that's a 4-5 pop to second. Bernsard's there. Renicky has to hold, and there's one away. Here's the third baseman, Dale Berra. Berra hitting 357. Boy, in his limited time, he's been hitting the ball well. 14 at-bats, a home run, and 4 ribbies. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton working from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Berra. 5-5, ground ball to second. Bernsard's got it. Only plays the first and goes to Tadler as Renicky moves up 90 feet. So Renicky in scoring position and 2 outs. Here is Hasse. Hasse steps up. He's been in this lineup most of the weekend against the Royals. He gets the start versus the lefties tonight, hitting 250 with 2 doubles and a ribby. Still looking for his first home run as the Yankee. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton from the stretch. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Hasse. And that's a 6-6 base hit for Hasse. Renicky will score. Yankees are on the board, and RBI Ron Hasse. So lefty-lefty matchup doesn't matter. The Yankees are on the board. It's 2-1. Here's Bobby Meacham. So Meacham, the batter, he steps up, hitting 217, 3 RBIs. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton now working from the stretch. Ron Hasse with not good speed, but they're still holding him on first. Heaton from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Meacham. And that's going to be a 5-5 ground ball to second. Bernsard's got it, goes to first, ends the inning. Yankees do add 1 in the second. We played 2. It's 2-1 Indians. Top of the third here in the Bronx. Indians lead 2-1. Battle of AL East teams doing quite well here in the American League. So now the batter will be Brett Butler. He'll be followed by Franco and Carter. Brett Butler was up when I believe it was Andy Allenson got thrown out trying to steal second. Hasse puts down the sign. Guidry working from the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-4. 5-ball center field. Catto comes in and makes the catch one away. So now here's a shortstop, Julio Franco. Franco, the batter, he hit a 2-run home run his last time up. That was his first home run on the season. Hasse puts down the sign. Guidry looks in, and the windup, the lefty deals. 6-12 ground ball to short. That's Meacham. He's had some troubles out there. He gets it and throws. Nice throw by Meacham. So Mattingly points at him. So Meacham got a good throw off. He bounced himself and threw a strike. Here's Joe Carter. He's 0 for 1. He flied out his first time out. Hasse sets down the sign. Guidry with the windup, and here's a pitch to Joe Carter. And struck him out. So slider away from Guidry, and the third inning is in the books. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Indians. Batting for the Yankees will be Randolph, will be Henderson, Randolph, and Mattingly. The bat here in the bottom of the third. Yankees down by a run. Neal Heaton working his third inning of work. Here's Henderson 0 for 1, lined out his first time up. Allenson sets in the sign. Heaton from the windup. Here's the pitch to Henderson. 6-4, deep fly ball down left center. That's deep, goes Butler, way back. He's going to run out of room. Gone. Ricky Henderson's third home run of the year. Leads off the bottom of the third. And the Yankees tied at 2. That was Henderson's third home run of the year. And hey, every time a Yankee hits a home run, hey, Ricky, this bud's for you. Yankees tie this at 2 with no outs in the third. Here's Willie Randolph. And now Randolph, the batter. Allenson puts down the sign for him. Neal Heaton looks in with the windup. Here's a pitch to Randolph. 3-7. That is a line drive at Franco. Made a nice play, one away. Here's Mattingly 1-for-1 with a double. That was his 6th double of the year. He has 10 extra base hits in 60 at-bats. Allenson sets down the sign. Heaton from the windup. Here's the pitch to Mattingly. Mattingly has a single. No, Bernsard played him well to the hole with 2 outs. Here is Dave Winfield. He grounded out his first time up. Allenson sets down the sign. Heaton with the windup. Here's the pitch to Winfield. 4, ground ball to short. That's Franco. He's going to have to set himself. He does. Easy play and throws him out. Nice play from Julio Franco. He showed that arm. At the end of 3, Cleveland 2, Yankees 2. Now we go to the top of the 4th inning. Andre Thornton, followed by Brooke Jacoby and Pat Tabler. The bat for the Indians here in the 4th against Gator. Gator in his 4th inning of work. Hassey puts down the sign, gets ready. Guidry, the windup here is a pitch to Thornton, and that's a 4-6, and got the inside corner. Thornton walks away. Guidry painted the black on the inside. 1 away, here's Jacoby. He grounded out his first time up. Strikeout number 2 or 3 for Rigetti, 15 on the year. Hassey puts down the sign. Guidry with the windup, the lefty deals to Jacoby. And that's a force. Hey, that's on the inside corner. Oh, the umpire pulled the string. And Jacoby walks away. 2 outs here in the 4th. And now here's Pat Tabler. Reach on an error and run. Hassey's first time up. Hassey sets down the target, puts it down. Fans on their feet cheering. The lefty deals from Guidry, and that's another strikeout for Guidry. Tabler swung, and the Indians strike out all the way in the 4th. Guidry strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied at 2. So bottom of the 4th, game tied at 2. Yankees trying to extend their winning streak here with a win here. Yankees were struggling so much here for a while. All of a sudden, they seem to have woken up, and when they went to Kansas City, where the most pressure was on the line, they swept the defending champion Royals, kind of giving back to the Royals what the Royals gave to the Yankees on opening weekend. Here is Gary Renicke's 0-for-0 with the run scored. He walked and, of course, scored. Most walks do, you know. Allenson sets down the sign. Heaton with the windup. Here's the pitch to Renicke. And that's a 1. That's a base hit for Renicke. So Gary Renicke kind of proves Lou Pennell's logic right with the right-handed bat in the lineup. So Renicke's on first with a leadoff single. Here's Henry Catto, popped up his first time up. The Indians not playing any corners in, so they're saying, hey, Henry, if you want to bunt, go ahead. Let's look at Catto's numbers. Probably not going to be a bunter. He looks down and gets the sign from Joe out the belly, steps in the box. Allenson sets down the sign, and Heaton working from the stretch. Renicke to lead off. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a catch act. So let's see. Allenson make the play. It should be a pop-up. Oh, he almost dropped it. The wind almost brought it back into play. And oh, he gets it on a pass ball. How about that? So Heaton crosses up Allenson. It goes back to the screen. Renicke takes second. And there's a runner on second and nobody out. So Henry Catto gets an extended life here as the ball got back to the screen. So Allenson sets in the target. Now Heaton from the stretch, runner on second, nobody out. Pitch to Catto, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Franco's got it. Looks right at Renicke. He holds, throws the Tabler, and that's out number 1. Here is the third baseman, Dale Berra. He grounded out his first time up. Of course, the story in New York has been the inability of the Yankee third basemen with Mike Pagliarulo struggling as much as he is. When Berra's been in the lineup, he has been productive. Allenson sets in Heaton from the stretch. Runner on second, 1 out, the pitch to Berra. And that's going to be a line drive deep to left field. That could go. Carter, is it going to go to the wall? It's a double for Berra. It's against the wall. Carter plays the hop. Berra will stop at second. Yankees lead 3-2. RBI double for Dale Berra. So the Yankees lead 3-2. RBI double for Berra. Here's Hassey. He's 1-for-1 with an RBI knock his last time up. So now Heaton trailing 3-2, 1 out here in the 4th. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Hassey. And that's going to be as a pop-up to Jacoby. Makes the catch. And Berra holds. Now here is Bobby Meacham. Meacham comes up kind of in the Mendoza type average. He's gotten some big hits when it matters with runners in scoring position so far this month of April. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 outs. Yankees tacking on a run here in this inning. Pitch to Meacham, and that is a hit him. Went far inside, and it got hit by a pitch. It means they'll leave it up to Ricky Henderson to get a big base hit here. First and second, 2 outs in the fourth. Henderson has lined out and then hit that home run back in the third inning, leading off the inning. Allenson sets in the target. Heaton working from the stretch. First and second, 2 outs. Pitch to Henderson. And Henderson hits a liner right at Franco. Makes the catch. And the Yankees strand 2. But the Yankees get 1 at the end of 4. It's 3-2 Yankees. We head to the top 5th inning. So top of the 5th, the Indians will now, trailing by a run, will now send up Castillo, Bernsard, and Allenson. So Guidry working his 5th inning work, only giving up 3 hits in 4 innings. Hassey puts down the sign, and Guidry with the windup. Here's a pitch to Castillo, and Castillo with the line drive in the gap for a base hit. Catto will play a hop. Castillo round first. He's going to go in the second standing with a double to lead off the 5th. So Castillo's on second, nobody out. Here's the second baseman, Tony Bernsard. Bernsard 0 for 1, struck out his first time. Guidry now has to work from the stretch. Castillo, good foot speed around second, could score on a base hit. Yankee arms, in this case, they are all in the red light district in a game of Squid Game. Renicky and Catto are just a -1, and Winfield has the howitzer and right at the -4. Hassey puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch, runner on second, nobody out. Here's a pitch to Bernsard. He lays down a bunt. Can he beat it out? Yes, he can. Bernsard beats it out, and the Indians make it first and third. Tony Bernsard laid down a perfect bunt. Hassey and Guidry came together. No one called off one another, and Bernsard beat it out. So the Indians first and third, nobody out. And now the question is, if they leave the infield in on Bernsard, he's an auto steal. So you don't want to do this, I don't think. Let's see, is Bernsard? Yes, he is. Oh, you don't want to play the infield in, I don't think. So let's look at this. So let's see if I do corners in. And still you bring corners in, the same results. So Mattingly, with Allenson the batter with nobody out, they're going to go, they'll set the infield back. They're going to go for 2. So with the -2s, it's a +1 for Hassey on the first number for Bernsard. Let's see if Cleveland takes advantage and tries to steal second. The Indians have no outs with runners on the corners. Hassey puts down the sign. Guidry working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Allenson, and that's going to be that's a deep fly ball to left. No, Allenson was not powered up. He did not have the strength of the Wheaties today. That's a base hit down the line. Runner will score. Bernsard will go to third. Allenson stops at first, and the Indians have tied this game at 3. So here is Brett Butler. It's a 3-3 score now in the 5th. Guidry looking like he is starting to fatigue a little bit. Yankees looking inside their bullpen, see if there's any issues bullpen-wise. Looks like Bob Shirley is now going to be a part of this rotation a little bit, so he looks like he may get a start coming out soon enough. So let's see who the Yankees can depend on as Pinella looks to bullpen phone. First and third, nobody out. They'll play the infield in. They will try to cut Bernsard off. He tries to come home. Butler, one of the best bunters in baseball. Possible squeeze attempt for Butler. Hassey puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. They got to look for that squeeze. Here's the pitch. Here comes the squeeze. And they are going to hold on to the ball as Allenson gets the auto steal with the infield in. So now it's second and third, nobody out. He's kind of falling apart here after a great series in Kansas City. 3-3, second and third, nobody out here in the 5th. Butler the batter, 1 for 2 runs scored. Hassey sets in. Guidry from the stretch, second and third. Here's the pitch, and they do lay down the squeeze, and they get the runner at the plate. Holy cow. What a play by Mattingly. And all the run scores, I'm sorry, I thought they got the runner at the plate. So Mattingly had it. The only play was to go to Randolph, and it was 3-4. Randolph covering, and the squeeze is on. So Brett Butler squeezes home a run. We talked about it. Butler with amazing bunting skills, and he just put it where they weren't. Mattingly got it and popped through it, the Randolph covering, and that does not make the Yankees happy. 4-3 Cleveland here in the fifth. Here's Franco. He's homered and ground out. Yankees will keep the infield in, trying to keep a slow-footing Allen from scoring from third. Hasse puts down the sign. Guidry from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Franco. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Barrow will keep Allen there. He'll throw out Mattingly, and there's 2 outs. Here's Joe Carter. He's flew out and struck out. Carter can't hit the ball with runners in scoring position in less than 2 outs. With 2 outs, Guidry needs to make a big pitch against Joe here. Hasse puts down the sign. Guidry looked in. Allenson takes it in foul territory off third base. Here's the pitch to Carter, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. That's Mattingly. It should be an easy play for him. Does he? Yes, he does. He gets to the bag in time. But Cleveland scores 2. They take the lead, 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. So Randolph followed by Mattingly and Winfield here in the 5th. Good ball game here in the Bronx as the Yankees and Indians begin game 1 of a 4-game series. Tomorrow's night game will be back on WPIX and then Sundays. While Saturdays has the possibility of being a game of the week game since both teams are playing hot, and the Cleveland Indians are rarely ever seen. So we might see all 4 of these on the channel this weekend. If not, Saturdays will be played kind of offline. Allen puts down the sign. Heaton looks in for the windup. Here's the pitch to Randolph, and that's a fly ball to center. Butler is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Mattingly. He doubled and lined down. He's 1 for 2. Allen sets in the sign. Heaton with the big windup. Lefty deals, and that is going to be a base hit for Mattingly. He's 2 for 3. So Mattingly's on, has another multiple hit game. We told you kind of year Mattingly's so far having, and again Mattingly is drawing major comparisons. Right now, this is his 4th out of the last 5 games with multiple hit games. Runner on first and 1 out. Winfield the batter. He's 0 for 2. Allen sets in the target. Heaton working from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Pitch to Winfield. And that is a fly ball to center. Butler's there. A lot of room here at Yankee Stadium. Butler at the catch. And Mattingly will hold with 2 outs. Here's Renicky. He's 1 for 1. He has scored 2 of the Yankee runs so far. He's been up 12 times this year with 4 base hits. Allen puts down the sign, goes over him. Heaton from the stretch. Mattingly is not going to be held at first. Tabler playing off the bag. Heaton from the stretch to pitch to Renicky. And that's going to be a line drive base hit for Renicky. Mattingly will go to third, no problem. He stops at third, and Renicky's on for the 3rd time. So Yankees getting productivity from their platoon man, Gary Renicky, the former Oriole. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, and here's Henry Catto. Catto the batter. He's popped up and ground out. He's 0 for 2. Allen sets in the target, puts the sign down. Heaton from the stretch to lefty. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, pitch to Catto. And that is a ground ball to second. Let's see if Bernsard can make the play. He was covering, tough play. He's going to go through for a base hit, I believe. It's going to go through Bernsard. He cannot get it. This game will be tied. Renicky around second. Will go to third. He does. And the Yankees have tied this game at 4. Because Tony Bernsard was covering the bag. The ball went through the right-hand side, and the Yankees have tied this game at 4. So now here's Dale Berra. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a ribby. Berra, big opportunity here. Allen sets in the sign. Heaton working from the stretch. 1st and 3rd, 2 out, pitch to Berra. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Again, that's Butler. That should be playable. Makes the catch and ends the inning. Yankees will strand 2, but boy, this game is getting interesting. It's 4-4, 4 score years ago into the 6th. 4-4 in the sixth. Indians 4 runs on 6 hits. The Yankees 4 runs on 8 hits and an error. So top of the sixth of a tie ball game. Thornton, Jacoby, and Tabler to bat against Guidry here in the sixth. Yankee bullpen starting to get loose out there. You see some arms starting the flail, starting to throw. Hassey sets in. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Thornton. Thornton we struck him out, and Thornton can't believe it. He caught that inside corner again. Guidry with another strikeout, his 6th in 5 1/3 innings. Here's Jacoby. He's grounded out and struck out. Last time these same 3 guys were up before, he struck them all out. Hassey sets in the target. Guidry nods. Here's a windup and deals to Jacoby. And that is a line drive. Oh, right at Meacham. Boy, he hit it hard, but Meacham played it perfectly. 2 out in the 6th. Here's Pat Tabler. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error, and he struck out back in the 4th. So with 2 outs in the 6th, Passy puts down the sign and goes over details. Guidry nods, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Tabler, and that's going to be a pop to first. Mattingly's there, makes the catch. Indians go 1, 2, 3. We're at the bottom of the 6th inning. We are tied at 4. So again, clutch game here at the stadium. Yankees trying to get in it. Beatles eternally is here. Hello, Beatles. Welcome aboard. Yankees Game in New York. WABC replay here, as this is a game with no TV, or was on, I believe this was a sports channel game. So we'll go ahead and put this one on radio broadcast, as the Yankees' next 2 games, Friday and Sunday against the Indians, will be a regular stated TV. So here in the bottom of the 6th, game tied. Yankees retied it. Indians first place in the East, actually, and the Yankees trying to make up some ground. Here's Hassey, 1 for 2 RBI, single in the 2nd, popped up in the 4th. Allenson puts down the sign. Neal Heaton with the windup. Here's the pitch to Hassey. That is going to be a line drive right at Bernsard. Boy, he had him played perfectly. 1 away in the 6th. Here's Bobby Meacham, 0 for 1, grounded out, and then got hit by a pitch in the 4th. Allenson sets down, puts in the signs for him. Heaton, the left-hander, and deals. And Heaton with a line drive roll right at Franco. This time he had him played perfectly. So again, the defensive metrics in play here. That's 2 outs in the 6th. And here's Ricky Henderson, lined out twice, but he had a home run in the 3rd inning. That led off the inning. That was Henderson's 3rd home run of the year. Henderson's quietly starting to bring up his numbers. He has 7 stolen bases, including 6 extra base hits and 10 RBIs. Allenson puts on the sign. Heaton looks in, gets a sign, and the pitch to Ricky. 6-11, ground ball back to Heaton. He's a 3-7. Does he get it? Yes, he does, and makes the play. Heaton in a nice play there, adjusted himself, had the time, throws out the strike to the first baseman. We played 6. We are tied at 4. So Castillo, Bernsard, and Allenson against Guidry here in the 7th. Now, we would think Guidry's numbers are starting to go down a little bit. He had 192 innings in that season. He is a 7, so he's actually in his point of weakness inning. You can tell Guidry's starting to sweat a little bit out there. He looks a little bit like his speed is going out on him. And that looks to be Brian Fisher in the Yankee bullpen. So it's going to be righty, switch righty, the bat for him. Again, guys, you normally don't want him. If Castillo gets on, you may get a right-handed pitch to Bernsard. Hassey sets the target. Guidry with the windup. Here's the pitch to Castillo. And that is a ground ball to short. That's Meacham. Tough play for Bobby. Come up with it. Sets himself in the dirt, and Mattingly could not dig it out. That's a bad throw by Meacham. Castillo's on. 2nd error of the game. So Castillo reaches, and that might have been the end of Ron Guidry's turn. So with 3 hitters coming up who favor left-handed pitching, here comes Lou Piniella, and he may take the ball from Ronnie. So let's see who the Yankees will turn to. They'll turn to Brian Fisher. Like I said, he's my Jeff Reardon of my old 1980 replay from the Mets. He just seemed to be at the right spot, right time, has pitched well. Fisher 2-0, 1.69 ERA, 10 hits, 11 innings, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up a home run. Runner on first in the 7th. Hassey sets the target. Brian Fisher in the game from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Bernsard. Bernsard drops a bunt down. How about that? They win old school baseball. Fisher's got it, goes to first and ends it. So actually, Hassey came up from his spot. He called off Fisher and threw a strike to Mattingly covering. So Castillo now at first with one out. A sacrifice for the Indians. They've had a suicide squeeze. RBI from Brett Butler. And now they run down. Then they have a key sacrifice. Runner on second, one out. Indians showing small ball to win here. Here's Allenson. He's 2 for 2. Average at a lofty 4-12 and 34 at bats, including 5 extra base hits and 4 runs batted in. Hassey sets in the target. Brian Fisher from the stretch, who he inherited on second. Here's the pitch to Allenson. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Meacham's got it. Looks back at Castillo, throws him out, and that's 2 outs. And now here's Brett Butler. He'll be fouled by Franco. 2 outs in the 7th of a 4-4 score. Hassey sets in the target. Fisher from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Butler. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Randolph's got it. Goes to first, and Brian Fisher does the job. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Rich Yet time for the Indians. So Neal Heaton comes out after working 6. He has no record of save. 3.86 ERA. He's given up 3 hits in 7 innings, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So last of the 7th of a tie score. Randolph, Mattingly, Winfield, right, left, right. The bat for the Yanks here. So both pitchers will get a no decision here in this matchup. So here is Randolph. Allenson sets the target. Rich Yet is the right-hander who prefers pitching to lefties. Here's the pitch to Randolph. 1-4, 5 ball to center. Butler is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. And now here's Mattingly. Probably the reason they got Yet in the pitch to him. He's 2 for 3 with a double so far. Double in the first, singled in the 5th. Allenson sets in the target. Rich Yet from the windup. Here's the pitch from the right-hander. And that's going to be a line pop up to short. Franco is there, makes the catch, and Mattingly is out. Second out in the 7th, and here is Dave Winfield. Winfield 0 for 3. He has grounded out twice and flied out. Allenson sets in the target. Rich Yet looks in, the right-hander, and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Jacoby's got it, goes to first, and that, folks, will end it. We played 7, tied at 4. So now Franco will followed by Carter and Thornton, all righties. So Brian Fisher enjoying all the righties in the Indian lineup. He'll stay in this game. Hassey puts down the sign. He talks to Fisher, a little scouting report. Franco has homered and grounded up twice. He'll be followed by Carter and Thornton, the meat of this Indian lineup here in the 8th. Indians first place in the 8th. The Yankees trailing the Indians in the 8th. So this is actually a big 4-game series to end the month of April. Hassey puts down the sign. Fisher with the windup. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a single. No, Meacham with a nice play. Oh, he shows the ball to the umpire and 1 away. He had to show it. Looks like that might have been trapped, but Meacham made a nice one there. 1 out in the 8th. And here's Carter's 0 for 3. Fine out, struck out, and grounded out. 0 for 3 so far. Hassey puts down the sign. Brian Fisher looks in, nods. Here's the pitch to Carter. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Mattingly's got it. He should be able to make this play. Tough play for Mattingly. Takes the bag himself. Oh, handcuffed him just a little bit. He got back to the bag, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Andy Thornton. Thornton struggling. He struck out twice and popped up. This is a year where he does have power, but the average has come down a bit, and he doesn't hit the left-handers normally as well as he used to. Hassey puts down the sign. Fisher looks in. 2 outs in the 8th, and here's the pitch to Thornton. And that's going to be a strikeout out for Fisher. Gets the job done. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We are tied at 4. The thing is here, this is interesting, as Lou Piniella sends up Renicky. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. Do you play the percentages and get one of your really good left-handers in there, or do you bat Renicky? They decided they're going to let Renicky bat. He's had such a good afternoon so far. They're not going to penalize him for being a right-handed batter. So he stays in. Allenson sets in the target, Yet with the windup and pitch to Renicky. And that is a strikeout for Renicky that time. One out in the eighth. Here's Henry Catto. He singled in a run the fifth. Will they call him back? But you know what? He's a little bit different. He actually hits right-handed pitching a lot better than he does lefties. So Catto stays in there. He'll stay in there against Yet. Allenson puts down the sign. Yet it's the right-handed part of the rubber. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a line drive deep to left field. That could go. Butler way back. And gone. Henry Catto with a home run in the eighth. Holy cow. Comes around third. Joe out the belly. Slaps his head coming through. He gets a high five from Dale Berra. Ron Hasse on the on-deck circle high fives him. And the Yankees lead at 5-4. So Henry Catto in there against the righty hits a long home run in the left center field here at the stadium. And it carried out of here. So the Yankees lead it. Dave Righetti is up in the Yankee bullpen and is ready. He is throwing and will be ready in the ninth. One out in the Yankees with a big home run in the eighth. So here's Berra, 1 for 3 with a double. Allenson sets in the sign. Yet looks, here's the pitch. And that's a pop to second. Bernsard's there, and there's 2 outs. And now here's Hasse, 1 for 3 with an RBI, single back in the second. Allenson sets in the signs. Rich Yet with the windup and pitch to Hasse. And that's going to be a line drive single for Hasse, his second hit of the ball game. So now here's Bobby Meacham. He'll swing away with Ricky Henderson on deck. Runner on first and 2 outs. Yankees with a 1-run lead. Allenson sets in the sign. Rich Yet with the whiff from the stretch and the pitch to Meacham. And that's a 1-11 ground ball to short. Franco to Bernsard gets him and ends it. That will do it. Yankees get a run on a huge home run by Henry Catto. We head to the ninth. Yankees lead 5-4. So now the Yankees will go to their bullpen. It'll be Dave Righetti time. So Righetti comes in. He has no record, 2 saves, 5.79 ERA. Most of that was an implosion in Milwaukee that afternoon. 7 hits over 5 innings, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Since getting back on the horse, Righetti has been tough on opponents. It'll be Jacoby, Tabler, Castillo. 3 right-handers against Righetti. Jacoby steps in with a 1-run lead. Hasse puts down the sign, and the Yankees looks like have made another decision. They're going to make another one before we start. Mike Pagliarulo, who has been just god-awful with the bat, but he has a better glove than Berra does, will take third base. So Pagliarulo will be at third base, taking some throws, and now they're ready. So again, he's on at third. Righetti steps in. Brooke Jacoby steps in. Top of the ninth, Yankees lead by a run. Here's the first pitch to Brooke Jacoby. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Pagliarulo is tested, picks it up, throws the Mattingly for the first out. Dave Righetti pumps his fist right at Pag, saying, good job. 1 out in the ninth. Here's Tabler. He's 0 for 3. Hasse sets in the sign. Righetti looks in. Here's the pitch to Tabler. And that's going to be a single for Tabler. The Indians bring the tying run to the plate. They bring the tying runner. They bring the go-ahead runner to the plate. The tying runner's at first. Now let's look at the Indians roster. What's available for them? So they have Mel Hall, Bando. Oh boy, there is a wrinkle in the armor. And if I'm guessing it, you're going to see Otis Nixon run for Tabler. Let's see if he does here. And if he does, they are going to be trying. They'll have a. It'll still be a little bit lower percentages, but it's Otis Nixon. Let's see if Otis runs for Tabler here. Hasse sets in the sign. Hopefully they can get a pitch off before they run. Here we go. No, here comes Nixon. So Otis Nixon. So Pat Corrales is exactly looking what we are. So Nixon comes in the run. He will have a tremendous advantage trying to steal second. You know the Indians will be running. They are a fairly aggressive ball team. It's 5-4 Yankees, top of the ninth. Tying runner on at first. Go-ahead runner at the plate, and Carmen Castillo. He doubled in the fifth. A double here would probably score the go-ahead run, even though the Yankees do have they do have Squid Game red light arms in the outfield, and Renicky and Catto with the big howitzer with Winfield the -4 on the right. So anything will be contested, they'll throw home on anything. Hasse sets the sign. Rigetti from the stretch. Runner on first and one out. Here's the pitch. And Castillo's going. Here comes Nixon. The throw not in time, and Nixon stole that one on Hasse. So Rigetti did the best he could, but Hasse just did not throw a good strike down the Randolph. So now, runner on second and one out. Nixon's chances to steal second base definitely off. They will not try that. But now a single in the outfield automatically should score Nixon. The Indians again showing why they're playing so well in the American League East in the month of April here in '86. Carmen Castillo, the batter, 1 for 3 of the double, runner on second and one out. A 1-run lead for the Yanks. Hasse sets in the target. Rigetti from the stretch looks in. Runner on second, one out. Rigetti looks back at Nixon. Here's the pitch to Castillo. 2-7, single to left field. Renicky comes up. Here's the throw. Oh, Hasse's got it, and the goal is gone. Oh, this Nixon ran into a red light and kept going. Renicky threw it in, and he threw a dart into Hasse, who blocked the plate and took Nixon off the plate. What a play from Hasse, and Castillo stayed at first. It was I'm trying not to throw out the Stratomatic numbers at you on a radio broadcast, but the number on the 20-sided was a 20. That's an automatic out. So Renicky came up throwing. And Nixon, oh my goodness, they were holding him. So let's look at the numbers. I'm sorry, I got to look at this one. Otis Nixon was at second base hit left field, 1-17. He was being held on a 1-16. Renicky's a -1 is a 1-15. He had a 75% chance at trying to score, and Renicky threw a dart into the plate on Hasse, who blocked the plate, and he blocked Nixon totally off. It's 2 outs in the ninth. Carmen Castillo at first, and here's Bernsard, who loves hitting against the left-hander now. So let's see what Tony B does here. A big opportunity for Rigetti. So Rigetti points the fist at Renicky and tips the hat. What a play. Renicky came up charging and threw a dart in the Hasse. Hasse puts down the sign. Rigetti from the stretch. Runner on first, 2 outs in the ninth. Yankees 1 out away from getting a huge win on this game, one of a 4-game series. Here's the pitch to Bernsard. 3, space hit Bernsard. Castillo will hold that second. So the Indians are not dead yet. So first and second, 2 outs. Andy Allenson, the batter, prefers kind of hitting the lefty. So again, that's a situation where he's going to come in a little more aggressive. Rigetti definitely now kind of struggling out there. First and second, 2 outs in the ninth. Allenson, the batter. Oh, what a ball game we have here at the stadium. Coming down the wire, coming down to the end. Allenson 2 for 3. He singled the second, drove in a run, a single in the fifth, and he's grounded out in the seventh. Rigetti, first and second, 2 outs. Hasse puts down the sign for him. Gets it ready. Rigetti from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Allenson, and they are to go to a pinch hitter after all that. Oh, my. I believe they actually batted for him. You would have thought they would have kept Allenson out there. This might not have been a great choice for Pat Corrales. They're bringing in Chris Bando, not to be confused with Sal Bando. 200 hitters, been up 10 times, a double and an RBI. To me, I don't think that was a smart choice. Bando has a little more power than Allenson does, but he also kind of fluctuates in the clutch too, where he doesn't get the big key hits. So now Hasse puts down the sign, puts down the numbers for Rigetti. Rigetti now pitching to the right-hander. You can tell the slider's probably going to come. Hasse goes over multiple signs so Castillo doesn't steal him from second. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Bando. That is going to be a line drive caught by Meacham, and that's the ball game. Yankees will win this big one. First game of series, 5-4. So the Yankees get a clutch win here. Henry Catto, an 8th inning moonshot that went deep in the left center field. So the winning pitcher is Fisher. Again, he vultures his third win of the year. He goes 2 innings, gets a strikeout, and gets his third win. Rigetti gets a save, 1 inning, 3 hits. He was not perfect, but he'll take it. Guidry goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. He labored a bit. Heaton went 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and a strikeout. He got the ND. Yet took the loss, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned. The home run by Catto. 28,000 of us were here at the ballpark in the opener. Doubles by Castillo, Mattingly, Barra. Home runs by Franco, Henderson, and Catto. For the Indians, any multiple hit guys, they had 2. Castillo, 2 for 4, runs scored, and Bernsard, 2 for 3, and a run scored. The Indians were officially 9 for 34, 4 runs scored, 4 RBIs. The Indians took a 2-0 lead in the first inning on a Franco home run. Yankees fought back, runs in the second, runs in the third. They made a picket fence out of it. Runs in the second, third, fourth, fifth. Led 3-2. Indians took the lead back in the fifth, led 4-3. Yankees retied it in the fifth, making it 4-4, and the Yankees then took the lead in the eighth on the Catto bomb. Yankees 5-10-2. Indians 4-9-0. Mattingly 2 for 4, runs scored. Average now up to 317. Renicky 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, is your MVP. He's hitting 357, including an outfield assist. If the Yankees go on a roll, you will remember the Renicky assist for a long time. Catto 2 for 4, runs scored, 2 RBIs, including the home run. Hassey 2 for 4. He's starting to show signs against the left-hander, so it's hopefully Pinella keeps this lineup together. Big win for your Yankees. Our next broadcast will be back on WPIX 11 as the Yankees will continue the series against the Cleveland Indians. We'll give you the pitching matchup in a moment. So pitching matchups for your Friday night game. Then the Yankees will come back Saturday, Sunday afternoon. It'll be Tom Candiotti and Joe Niekro. Actually, a game that I can find on YouTube and actually watch it. That'll be kind of funny. I mean, watch that tonight, compare it to the actual game I'm going to play. And then on Saturday, there's no TV planned, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be Don Schultz and Bob Shirley, so not really a great matchup. Maybe play that offline to get it over with. And then Sunday, we'll be back. It'll be Phil Niekro against Bob Tewksbury. And then we'll be towards the end of the month. Monday is an off day for the Yanks, and then the Yanks will return back on WPIX the 29th against Minnesota as the Twins enter the stadium, and the Twins are being led by Roy Smalley and Kirby Puckett, having absolute monster years for the Twins so far, as we John Butcher taking on Ron Guidry. That'll be on next Tuesday night right here on Channel 11. So thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Beatles eternally. Let's see if anybody else I may have missed coming in the ballpark late at night. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Beatles, as always. Thank you. High five, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Everybody else, please watch this game on demand. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate everything else. Probably will be taking the rest of the night off unless I decide to put a DeGrom game on tape or something else. We'll talk to you soon. Final score, Yankees get a big win as Henry Catto hits the home run, and the Yankees hit game 1 of the series. Have a good night, everybody.